Welcome back to the Hypervision Podcast, episode 49, one away from big number 50, and we retire.
5-0.
5-0. We got a long requested guest, and long, not really too long, I guess, of pestering me over it, but he's definitely been on my back on it a little bit. We have Brenden here.
How's it
How
going?
you doing?
Good. How you boys doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Oh, sorry. You want to go? I think. You want to keep on going, Drew? Sorry, I got my words
No,
twisted there.
if you had something.
No, I was just gonna say, hey, what's up? That's all. That's all I was gonna say.
Good.
So, all right, go ahead. Sorry. Professionals. I'm sorry. This is us.
I'm literally wearing a pink fluffy hat. Like you can't get more professional than that. But quick shout outs here. One, Josiah. Shout out him.
Yep.
Two, it was supposed to start last night from what I heard. But Brenden here with Tyler, Isaac, and Justin have started a podcast. No introduction.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Did not
Was supposed to start last
night.
night, but yeah, Wingstop took too long.
Yeah. They live 5 minutes from Wingstop, and Justin and Tyler did not pre-order on their special night. Went and sat there for an hour before the national championship. So no pod for the boys yet. We're talking.
So that sounds like user
Saturday?
error then.
Yeah, I think we're thinking Saturday.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes this time. No football this time, so should be good.
There is football on Saturday.
That's true.
Yikes.
Playoffs.
Oh, yikes, yeah. Browns in Houston too.
Yeah, I'll be somewhere.
You're a Browns fan, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in the mix. We're gonna be in the mix somewhere. I don't know where that's gonna be, but we'll be. Yeah.
Got to get after it, especially if it's for your team. Got to get after it always.
No, I was just gonna say.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have a hell of a time for editing, but
dude, it can't be worse than when we had Josiah on. That was just bad. I mean, he switched his phone to
I
his
literally
iPad.
didn't edit that one. I let Riverside take over. That was the only time I've let them just cut the whole episode themselves.
That was so bad. Anyhow, no, man, that's good. Yeah, happy you guys are gonna get going. Excited to see what's next over there. So should be good.
Yes, sir.
Should be good.
Yeah. I'm interested to see because I've talked a couple times to the other, mostly talked to Isaac and Tyler. I've kind of talked to Justin about it a little bit, but how you guys think 4 heads is going to work, all at one time in one group, trying to work out when you're going to record, how you're going to record, and what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen, it's already first week. It's been kind of, I don't think it'll be too bad because most of the time we're on the same page about a lot, and it's typically pretty easy to communicate between us 4. But at the same time, like you said, 4 different heads trying to all be free at once when 2 of us are married, other one has a significant other, and Isaac has work and a bunch of other extracurriculars too. So it's like, it's difficult.
Yeah. Luckily, me and Noah got the single man podcast over here.
Yeah.
I just text him, go, hey, you free? Yep, we are obviously free tonight. Let's do it.
Yeah, that definitely makes it easier. Easier.
Yep. So there's a few things. We've talked to you and me a couple times just about like brand things, just ideas and stuff of things you'd want to do with Hypervision, and then things you want to do yourself. So I got a few things to dive into. First one, I want to jump towards the book side of things because I think around the time I started to want to read a bit more was when you and I think Isaac were sending like your books, stuff that you're reading all the time, and like all your recommendations and stuff.
Yeah.
But the main thing that stood out to me was you saying that you wanted to write a book, or you thought you'd want to do that in the future at some time. So I don't know if like you still have that in your mind, or if like, what does that look like to you? Like, what kind of book do you want to write?
So it's kind of difficult because like my name obviously doesn't hold any sort of like fame or anything behind it, but I just mostly want to write not quite like an autobiography, but more so of like just expressing like my life experiences, how I've dealt with a lot of things I've dealt with, more so to just give advice to, I guess, like a larger audience, um, and be able to get everything and all my thoughts down on like pen and paper as well all together. Because I've been journaling a little bit, not super, super heavy, but even just with that, like being able to get my thoughts down and get it ever all written, everything like that kind of helps a lot. And it helps you process a lot too, which I never really, until I started reading and listening to more podcasts and stuff, never really thought of it like that. But once I started doing all that, kind of helps clear your mind, get everything written out, see everything a lot more clear. So I don't know. I don't really have a specific reason though for like wanting to write. I've always enjoyed writing, so it's like, maybe that's something I'll dive into, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was just like just because you've been reading so many books lately, or just like the inspiration of like, yeah, I really like this, I want to do my own kind of thing was probably it, I guess.
So like when I was in college, I went to mostly OUL, so it's a lot smaller than I'm sure both of y'all's campus and everything else. So all 4 years, for the most part, when I was doing communications classes, I had pretty much the same professors, and communications is pretty much like a leg off of an English major. So I'm writing like 20 pages of papers a week, and I would always wait until the day before to write them. So
As you do. Yeah.
yeah. So um, my professors were always super cool, and I would tell them like just be transparent, like I wrote that yesterday, right? And they were always kind of like, yeah, no, my professors were just kind of like shocked that I did it so quick. And I guess that's kind of when I opened my eyes to think like, oh, maybe I could do this like legit, like write my own like article for papers and stuff like that, or do something along those lines. And the only thing that really interested me was writing about like my own experiences and just things of that nature. So I was thinking about diving into it because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's part of why I haven't written a blog for our website yet, is because there's no deadline for me to put one up. So
Yeah.
there's just like, if I don't do it, nothing happens.
Yeah. Procrastination is the worst because I feel like I do the best under pressure. But I mean, like you said, like if there's no deadline, then
Yeah.
there's no point in getting it out. Nobody's pressing you to get it out.
Yeah. I don't really have like a topic I would want to like really, really, really write about and put on the podcast or like on the website yet. Like I'm sure I could find something and just throw it up there. And I'm not saying I need to have the most perfect kind of thing to put on the website, because I don't really care about that. I just have no idea on any topic that I think I would write on. Because I feel like if I have a topic I think I would write on, I would just do a podcast for it instead.
Yeah, it's hard to like
Which,
you try to niche it down and get a specific audience, but you don't want to put yourself in a box. So it's kind of like it's difficult to start it. And if one topic doesn't take off, then it's like, okay, do I switch topics? And then you got to think about, well, am I switching topics preemptively, or should I let it ride, or what? And it's difficult to start up for sure.
yeah, yeah. I was talking with I think Tyler and Isaac a little bit on that, of just like what your guys' kind of podcast is. Like if you're gonna like not like box it, but like try to narrow it down to a certain type of topics, or if it's just gonna be like, what, we're gonna do kind of our own thing, throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks, kind of that topic. And it got to me and Noah thinking a little bit, I think, of just like, like if we ever want to eventually go into just certain things, or if like we just kind of want to keep going on our way of just like, maybe this week we'll talk about, like 2 or 3 episodes on just like doing better for yourself, how to improve things for you, and talking about just what we're doing in our life. And then maybe the next couple weeks is sports. Next couple weeks after that is like, I don't know, religion or faith or something like that. But
Probably
I
not
think we're
that.
still on the, well, I mean, what you've even said it
Politics next.
on that'd be tougher for me. I know absolutely nothing. But like, no, you've even said on here that you want to get back into your faith.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's yeah. Whenever you say it like that, it makes sense. But the broader topic of just religion,
Right.
it makes you
Yeah. I
seem
mean,
like
I'm not going to get here and preach. Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
get on here and tell people you need to repent. No, I don't.
yeah, yeah,
I'm,
yeah, yeah.
I'm not at that I don't think I know what I could even say for that. Just like, talking about our experiences in our life and what we are dealing with and things like that
Yeah.
in that scenario. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys starting a podcast has probably pushed me and Noah to talk a bit more and just kind of like talk about our things, like what we're doing as a podcast, how we do things, and try to work things out better. Because I was asking like these guys those questions, and I was like, I guess I could ask Noah these too. Like I have a podcast with him.
Yeah, it's just, I think the biggest thing is from the start, just like I kind of wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page with where we wanted to go with it, and then figuring out what like the focus is, because we're not really necessarily trying to box it in with a focus, but we kind of made it clear from the start that it's not just a podcast, like kind of what you guys are doing, like it's a podcast and a brand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what like we want to establish is like, okay, it's we're going to start out and to put a face to the name like podcast, but it's also going to be, just different sectors of that, like branching out. And ideally we would start out, that's why it's kind of difficult to start with just the podcast, because if you start from the beginning and then you build a fan base, the fan base doesn't know any different. Or even if it's just 25 people, they hear the name, they correlate it with the podcast, and then from there it's kind of difficult to branch out. So ideally we'll from the start get something rolling, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about that a few times, like just boxing in general, like just even with personality, but like also just with brands and everything else. Like I'm not a fan of it. Like I don't like how people can be viewed as just like, oh, you were this once. This is how we know you as. That's what you are now.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
people are so much more capable of doing multiple things at once and being such a dynamic person. And the brand can be the same way. Like, yeah, ours or yours could blow up, hopefully both. And people be like, oh my God, that's that podcast that I watch.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden we're like, all right, cool. Well, we're going into sports. We're going to start doing like, work alongside sports teams or sports athletes, and like they'll wear our brand. We'll work with them. We'll do like some events and stuff like that. Or we're going into events like different, like if we get a beer Olympics thing going crazy, um, or if I just whatever it is, you get into media, you get into business, you get into books, you get into anything like that. Like, why can't that just be the thing that you do? Like, oh my gosh, this brand that I love is doing this. That's awesome. Like, uh, the brand that I've seen this do the most in my personal world, at least, is the Sidemen. Those guys got famous off of all separately doing YouTube. They all came together and they do crazy YouTube things. They do matches, they do charity matches, they do huge events. They have their own side platform, they have their own merch stuff, they have their own food brand, they have their own drinks brand, own vodka brand. Like they just kind of do what they want. And that's not like I don't want to do everything they're doing, but like as an example and like a blueprint, if we want to call it that, that is what I would aspire to have, is that level of ability to just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and it's just we're gonna know how to do it. It's gonna work, and we're gonna kill it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That's like the yeah, like you said, like the Sidemen, how they're doing it. A lot of people that are big on YouTube around that whole like that general area, like Logan Paul and them start on Vine, do the YouTube, branch out, do all that, and now they have like you said, they're doing liquor brands, they're doing different clothing brands, stuff like that. Like that's kind
Yeah.
of where we're at too. Is like if you don't niche yourself down to that and you're open to whatever, you can get into whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, part of it is that like you got to build that first though, because like obviously all those guys spent so many years and hours and money on doing YouTube
Yeah.
and building up that perfect platform. It's not like they already like they were trying to do YouTube and vodka and food and merch and all this stuff at once and doing events. It was like it just kind of like as you grew, each thing kind of came around, and now they're adding on the things that they like. So I think that's kind of what I'm doing here, is that taking it slow and just keep doing the podcast, keep like getting a rhythm here, trying to figure out what we want to do with the brand, try to figure out, what building a business about Hypervision actually is, and like what could actually make money for this thing. Because right now it's just the podcast. And like, yeah, we have the website with the merch, but like, that's not a real money maker right now. So like, what would actually be something that would bring money into the business that wouldn't put it under very quickly? Um, so yeah, I mean, all those things going into it is just like, using all of that, going slowly with it, figuring things out, and then try to build a base. And then eventually when we get there, like me and Noah have talked on this podcast before, and we have like the whole journal of things of like sports psychology, sports branding. No one's getting into sports scouting a little bit. He's talked about like just finding ways that we can get alongside that. Maybe just like working alongside as like a third party almost kind of thing and just helping out with things. And then eventually, like if we could, we have your own hypervision scouting agency, which would be awesome. It'd be crazy. But
That's
or
like,
event management, like I want to
yeah.
own a building and put turf down and then just run soccer tournaments, or just so I can have it and play soccer there whenever I want to. But
Obviously, these are massive picture things, but
yes, yeah,
why not have monumental goals, right? I mean, you really truly do never know, but yeah, like as you say, you have to really you have to start somewhere, and you have to build up. It's going to be that slow grind, So um, yeah, I mean, it's just something to work with. I don't know. Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like things can change, like you go along the way. Maybe like if we're using the Simon example still, they probably never thought they were going to have a vodka brand when they were first doing this stuff. They probably never thought they were going to hit that level that they have hit now, where they can just do whatever kind of they want, do all these trips to Europe and these crazy extravagant things in like Dubai and stuff. But like, it came to them. They're like, oh, we could do this. They do like Tops cards. I think they have their own card brand and everything. Um, like I think that's like the good part of having the goals is that you're striving to reach new things and new things and new things. But also like everything around you is all going to change. Like this industry, the podcast industry, the brand industry, within probably the next 5-10 years, it's going to be fully different from what it was now or what it was even 5-10 years ago. Like it's going to be crazy different. There's going to be new things to go into. Marketing is changing and getting crazier all the time. Like even like just with sports, the NIL deals, like that just happened this past couple of years. Like that's crazy new opportunities. Like eventually maybe we try to get like Archie Manning to get on the podcast.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire.
Maybe Bryce James. Give us some more time to work on it.
You got a few years for Bryce, so it might work. It might work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well,
like
LeBron
you
said,
said, like
no, go ahead, That was them.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Get the dump thought out first. Let's do that.
well, no, LeBron had a quote this past week. He said that he said that I guess Bryce is the younger one, but he said that Bronny could play on the Lakers right now. So that was a real quote
He
that came
barely
out.
plays for USC right now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a thing, but had to just mention that. So, yeah,
That's
but
funny. But no, like you said, just how everything's growing and how in years it'll be different. Like 2 years ago, TikTok wasn't a thing. Now it's the biggest platform for a vast majority of influencers and people that are kind of in the same space as y'all. And just like expanding the horizons. Like I think a lot of people not necessarily fail, but don't get as big as their brand or whatever can be just because they're not like familiar with their resources. Like a lot of people that I know, not personally know, but just see them on social media and stuff like TikTok, doing TikTok lives. Even if you have like 150 people in there, they have such a weird way of setting up shops and things like that, where like a lot of uh, people that sell like sports cards and stuff like that, they'll make tens of thousands of dollars in 2.5 hours of streaming just because they'll have a shop on there. People will buy a pack, you'll open the cards, and you'll get them shipped to you. And they have everything priced at a premium since they're opening it for you and everything on stream. And they're doing something as easy as that, making crazy money doing it and gaining probably hundreds of followers a stream while doing that. So it's super important to just be familiar and be willing to adapt to the different times you're getting into. And if you adapt to it, then you'll thrive.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing of like all the content creators that have grown from like I guess the time we were all younger of like middle school times, probably like early 2010, 2012, 13 times to now who are still relevant and everything It's just that with all of things changing around that industry, it's just that they have fully adapted and then rose to, match every level of that pretty much.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We'll do that eventually.
Get in there.
Maybe some Hypervision TikTok live streams.
Get some dances going.
I think that's a good idea, right? Like, I think it'd be like, obviously it would be live, right? So, but I mean, people are gonna, I get random lives whenever I'm scrolling, right? So it's like, you get on just one person's like random feed and they say like, who the heck are these two idiots talking? It's like they send it to their friend, and I don't know, it's just, you really do never know. So
Yeah.
it's something.
I'm pretty sure we can live stream through Riverside.
Okay.
I believe that's a feature we have.
I don't know. Something to think
I'm
about.
looking and I don't see where it would be, but I'm pretty sure it is an option somewhere.
So,
but
Yeah, I
it's not
saw
TikTok.
it was giving me like the option to do that when I opened it up.
Yeah. That's probably more if we get like a more like loyal following.
sure.
I think TikTok live would probably be more of just like a sporadic in the moment, try to find people like quick kind of thing, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm not even saying it has to be like us live streaming, us filming a podcast. Like it could just be
That's true too. Yeah.
us just dicking around, playing video games, or just hanging out.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
because especially with you guys being associated to the name, like all it takes is 1 3-second clip to get in the rotation, and the algorithm on TikTok is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they cycle videos to people, I see videos on there of people I never know, talking about topics that I've never even watched a single video on, but it's in my For You page with 250,000 views or something like that, and it's like
Yeah.
it's so crazy and just easy to get in the rotation. And once you get in the rotation, you're set.
Yep. Haven't hit that yet. I don't even know what our most viewed TikTok is. I think we've done better on Instagram than we have on TikTok. Maybe that's just on me. I don't know the last time I was on this TikTok page, honestly. Well, we got one at 800. Do we have one? Yeah, we have one in the thousands. It was with Andrew talking about Europe. So I assume he just sent that to a ton of his European friends.
Hey, maybe that's all it takes.
We have 9 followers, so I think we're pretty famous already.
Well, like I have, I think, 4 videos on my TikTok, and I've had the account for 4 years. I had 0 followers. I posted one of me at a Juice World concert, and it got like 500 views, and I didn't have a single follower. And then just recently, I had one of that Chug Bud thing that I was doing at Tyler's house.
Mm-hmm.
I posted a video of that on TikTok, and it got reposted by them, and it got like 7,000 views, and I got like 2,000 followers off of it. So it's just getting into the right like rotation of it. And once you do, if you hit the right people and get into the right audience, they start feeding you to people who they think will like your content, and then just keep building from there.
Yeah, I think when the Prime first dropped, like the drink KSI and Logan have, I did a Prime review on some of the flavors, posted a video of that, 15,000 views on my personal TikTok, and I had probably like 10 followers at that point.
Yeah, dude. That's why a lot of people don't blow up is like, I mean, obviously you aren't like trying to build your own like personal brand by doing that, but like doing reviews and stuff like that, if you were trying to build your own brand, people see that and be like, oh, sweet, I got 15,000 views, and then not do anything about it. Well, you just got 15,000 views. You're fresh in the algorithm.
Right.
About 3 more videos. The people that are watching that video, they'll pop on your page and check it out. Like,
yeah,
that's how you get it rolling.
I think part of that was just because Prime was so hard to get at first, and I had like lucked out that I got like 4 of the flavors right away. So I was like, I'll post a video about this. I don't really care. It's kind of fun. And then, yeah, it just like every day I'd look and it had like 2,000 more views, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like I don't get this. It shouldn't still be getting views.
You,
I think the next video I posted was me just shoving food in my mouth. So I think I
I
lost all my
remember that.
viewers.
I
Yeah.
remember that. It was good.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll boot you right out the algorithm.
Yeah, I thought it would. I thought it'd put me in a little niche. I get my group.
Get a food
I
review
didn't.
going. Hypervision food reviews.
It's not even food review. It was just me. So my friend Mike, he like when he eats fries, he just goes like it's nasty to watch. So I started a trend where I would take a video of myself shoving fries into my mouth, and it then eventually morphed into every meal I ate that like I felt comfortable doing it with. Like if I wasn't at a restaurant, really, I would just shove whatever the first bite was into my mouth and just devour it. That was then the videos was just me shoving any type of food into my face. Um, it was a lot of fun, and I miss doing it.
Start it back up.
No, I used to get one like every day at lunch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. You can pop off by doing the most random things. And if people think it's funny, like we were talking about, man, all it takes is one person to send it to their friend, to send it to their friend, and then it
Yeah.
just starts going. And then next thing you know, you're on the For You page with 1 million views, shoving some fries into your mouth.
I think you guys got a good chance of blowing up for some weird things. You got
Yeah.
Tyler, you got
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah,
Both
Tyler's a
of those
wild
guys are
card,
real
man.
dumb.
I'm gonna
He's a
be the one
wild card.
editing it though, so like I don't even
Mm,
know. But
yeah.
just like the conversations we were having last night. I mean, we've been talking about doing a podcast for years now. But
Right.
I mean, just like all four of us sitting there watching the game last night, we were like, we need to almost just have a camera at all times and just filter out
It's
the stuff
dangerous
that,
there though.
it's dangerous, but put a couple hours in of editing and filter out the stuff that can't leave those four walls. But you know, like
No.
if we had a camera when we were on Tyler's bachelor trip, well, yeah, and an
The
editor.
Rocky Top
So
Mountain darts though.
yeah. I was just telling my coworker about that the other day. That was fun. We need to bring that back.
Just throwing darts into people's arms.
Oh man, that poor fridge. That poor fridge. Did you ever tell Noah
Allegedly.
about what that was?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it was a
It
beautiful
was
game, but
it was
yeah,
made up on the spot.
yeah. Justin never got he never got like fined or anything for that fridge either.
Nah, I mean those people probably never come into that house, that
Oh yeah,
cabin.
yeah. They'll pop
And the
up next
cleaning crew
year
that
and
comes in, there's no way they're gonna look at the fridge and inspect if it has dents on it. Like, so then there's no way of knowing it was us.
yeah. Could you imagine though, just going back to your cabin after like 6 months, and it looks like someone just took a BB gun to your freaking to your fridge? Oh my,
Nah, they make enough money off of that. They can buy a new one
they'll survive.
that's more resistant to rubber darts.
Yeah.
Now they will come back and see every rubber dart is broken. None of the
Yeah.
tips can stab into their dartboard anymore because
Hopefully they
they're
got some
all
new
on the
darts.
ceiling.
I
They
feel
probably
bad for
had to.
the yeah. I feel bad for the next guest. They didn't have any darts.
Yeah, but they had all they need.
Yeah, and if they
A
make it
broken
onto
in
the
fridge.
roof, yeah, if they make it onto the roof, they had a full pack of Zins too. So
They did.
courtesy of the boys.
I think that was like day one. Tyler just had the pack in his
It
hand and was like,
was.
tossed it
Yeah,
right on the top of the roof.
yeah. That was day one. Beautiful
Can
excursion.
only imagine. Can only imagine.
Yeah.
Is is Ian still doing his book too? I forgot to ask him whenever he was on. I know he mentioned he was writing a book.
I would assume so. I have not talked to him since about that book. Um, but from what I know, because my brother is an author also, we got an appearance from Brendan's cat here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're podcasting, Drew. Yes.
um, but yeah, I assume it takes a very long time to actually write a book.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like trying to get it truly published, you got to go through all that, edits and
A lot of hoops.
drafts and all that. Yeah. I don't know if he's trying to get it published. I forget if he said that, if he even brought that up.
I don't know. That's just the first thing that I thought of whenever Brenden mentioned
Yeah.
that was. I know he talked about it. So
Yeah.
but that's cool, man. It's good.
Yeah. I may try to employ you in the future, Brendan, of writing a blog for the website, and I'll give you a deadline so that way, night
As long
before
as
it's
I got
due,
a
you can start it.
deadline. Yeah, exactly. As long as I got a deadline, you'll have it by then. But no, I'm down. Like I said, we've talked a little bit about just doing that, but I just like doing brand work.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, just overall being able to help build something is I've always liked. I used to stream on Twitch and do that, but I kind of died down. I got to the point where I was making money doing it, and it just started feeling like more of a job rather than doing it for fun. So I was like, slowed down, and obviously I wasn't making enough money to actually do it full time. So
Yeah.
it was like, not too fun anymore.
Yeah. Part of me would love to be able to just to stream video games full time, but then I wonder on the days where like I just don't want to touch FIFA. I don't want to touch any game I have. Do I just take a day off then? Like, do I just not work?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, especially streaming games too. I I wasn't really playing anymore unless I was streaming,
Yeah.
and I just having to watch what you say while like not I mean watch super heavy what you say, but I didn't like to
Yeah.
cuss too much or anything while I'm streaming and tried to keep it family friendly for the most part. But
A lot of money and family friendly.
yeah, yeah. So just trying to do that, and then I don't know, trying to entertain people while you're also trying to play a game, and I get
Yeah.
I get heated at games. Throw me in a Warzone lobby, and I'm probably going to say some stuff I shouldn't on air. So
Yeah.
having to watch what I say while I'm also getting riot shielded in a corner. Not fun. Not fun.
Yeah. This year on FIFA, I was streaming like the first few times we played. This guy came into my chat and like I was talking to him every once in a while. He was cool. He asked if he could play with us. I was like, yeah, screw it. Why not? Yeah, get in the team. And like it's just tough, man. Like I'm trying to like he's talking in here and I'm trying to play the game. And I'm like, and like we're down 2-0 one game. We're down 3-0 in the first half. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to speak to you, but like I don't want to be a douche and make you leave the chat. But
Yeah.
like I have no intention of being fun right now. I'm
Yep.
pissed.
Exactly. And that's why like I have so many times, and I have clips on my channel too where I'm just sitting there straight faced. I haven't won a game in 3 hours. Like exactly like what you just said. I don't want to talk to you. Like
Yeah.
just let me lose in peace, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We when playoffs come around in FIFA this year now, because they added that in, like Noah's friend Josiah will watch the streams, like if he's playing with us usually. And like shout out Josiah, but like he literally has no idea what's going on in FIFA ever. Like this is his first time playing it. He chose defense as his role, which is terrifying
Oh,
sometimes. But like he sits there, he's chilling, and like we'll mess up, or like the team will lose the ball, and then he'll go, "Oh, look at Drew, he's pissed." And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like,
oh man.
yeah, a little bit, man. We've lost the ball 9 times in a row. I want to score.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand soccer in the slightest bit, so I've never. I used to play it on my iPad freshman year of high school when they didn't have any of the app stores locked. But that's the last time I played it.
Yeah. Damn, I had something else pop in my head, but I forgot now. Oh yeah, I was gonna say about the blog stuff. If you ever one, you get two. I'll give you two options here. If you get an idea rejected by the boys for no introduction, just say screw it, write it down yourself, and throw it on our blog. We'll take it, and then I'll promote it. I'll tell people it's you. I don't have to take credit for it. Or if you ever just want to like if you guys are planning something, like say you just have like ideas, you write them down, and like you just want to throw something out there, you can put. I would say I'd be open to you putting the like early thoughts or like the like things you're thinking about for a podcast idea up on a blog.
Heck
But also
yeah.
like if you guys ever open up a blog thing, I won't try to steal ideas from you if you got your own thing.
No, I think if we're able to get something established, yeah, doing something like that, and then yeah, starting up a blog. Probably, I couldn't see us starting up a blog just because I don't
It would
think.
just be you, I feel like.
Yeah,
Maybe Isaac.
yeah, I think Isaac probably would, but
Not a
Tyler and
chance in hell
Justin,
Tyler
nah,
does.
nah. So Tyler will, I don't know, maybe throw him in front of a video or in front of a camera just
Tyler would
by
accidentally write
himself.
a manifesto, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I could just imagine we can have Tyler do some like video entries where he's just alone in front of a camera, no audience, nothing. Throw him in there for a half an hour. He'll say,
You're gonna get him taken away. He's gonna get put in a straitjacket.
yeah. But I feel like that would be such an interesting thing. Like Tyler is a man
Yeah.
of a few words, but everything he says, you're either laughing your ass off or you're like, dude, what? Like, what are you talking about? So that would
Yeah,
be
no, I
funny
mean,
to
I
just
still think he has like multiple personality disorder, and like I don't know if I'm joking about that still.
I could see it. I could see it. See, we can
But
just
yeah, I
make a
mean, you just put a
documentary about him.
camera in front of that guy, like you're just gonna hear screams and yells and like, yeah, you're gonna hear the dog snoring for one. But like,
Yeah, that
That
too.
dog is
yeah,
that dog is literally it's literally
but I
him.
mean,
It's just
he'll
his
just be sitting there and just go, and then all of a sudden the school finds it and he's taken out of the school.
Yeah, or he's
Uh,
promoted. Who knows,
I don't know what place promotes for that for what would come out of that video probably.
dude? You never know. You never know. Maybe he can get
Yes, he
promoted to
could
be
be
a
like the
full
next
time.
Theo Vaughn one day.
Yeah, dude, throw a mullet on him and get it rolling.
I mean, he I guess he doesn't have the long hair anymore. He was close at one point.
Yeah, and then he had to cut it for the wedding.
He didn't even
Shame.
just cut it. Dude just buzzed it. Got it all off.
Yeah, he sent us. I think the first time I saw it was he randomly sent a photo in the group chat,
Hmm.
and then he was like, "All right, everybody, buzz your head." And then the next day, Justin sent a photo, and his head was buzzed, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Am I gonna buzz my
Well,
head?"
funniest thing about that is I don't think Tyler actually asked anyone to do it or said it. He was just like, "Boys, I buzzed my head," and then I think Justin replied to it and said, "Are the boys buzzing their heads?"
Yeah. Well,
And
I
then
wasn't
like
going
he buzzed
to.
it. Isaac went and got a haircut. Caleb had already planned to get a buzz cut, so it was just crazy timing.
I didn't know Caleb was gonna do it, and when I
He
saw
needed
he
it.
did it, I was like, "Okay, if he did it." I didn't get mine quite as short as them, but
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, the boys got to roll in a union." One boy buzzes his hair, we all do.
I kept my hair.
Oh, I know. You're a traitor. You and Hayden.
Hey, I already buzzed my head twice when I lived with Tyler at Wilmington. I've done my time.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was nice to just have nothing and not have to mess with it.
Yeah. I do miss the short hair days sometimes. I got a haircut yesterday and like I was kind of thinking I was like, do I just tell her take it all off? Like just just buzz it all, man.
Sometimes
I don't
that's the
want to deal with
move.
hair ever again.
You got to pull
But
into the parking lot, not have any idea what you want, and then just whatever you say, whatever comes out of your mouth first is what you're doing.
yeah. Sometimes I'm tempted to go, hey, I lost a bet. I was supposed to tell you you get to do whatever. Just to see what the barber would pick.
Coming out looking like Chuck Liddell.
I mean, they're not getting a tip then. I don't know.
Oh man, could you imagine? You get some. You ever watch some Practical Jokers?
Yeah.
They give
Yep.
you like the Murr hairline, just like a U.
Mm.
We're at that
Uh,
age, dude. You do one of those, you might never get it back.
I think I'm good right now. I think I'm good.
I think I am too, but I'm too scared to try it.
My dad's hairline is good, and his dad's hairline is good. Well, I don't know about his hairline now. I mean, he's older, but like he's still got a full head of hair. So
I had a buddy. He never had a bad hairline, but he always like had, medium sized hair like us, and he buzzed his head, and it never ever came back.
mm,
Like, I mean, he's not all the way bald, but it's a buzz cut year round now, and that gives me nightmares.
hey, no maintenance.
Shoot, yeah.
Do you even need shampoo at that point? Like,
I don't.
I feel like you
You
wouldn't.
just slap body wash on your on your scalp.
Yeah,
I don't know.
might as well.
I don't know. Throw some Old Spice up there. We'll see.
At what point do you not need shampoo? I mean, being a woman is one, I guess. They don't ever wash their hair. Maybe I'll ask
Is
Natalie
that
that on the next one. Like, how do women just not wash their hair? Is what I'll ask her.
It's like, I don't know. It's different. I think it's different. So like Judea, when she does, she gets her hair dyed every now and again. So when she does that, you're like not supposed to fully wash it for like, I guess depending on the color or whatever, but um for like a week or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I know some people that, yeah, they just straight up, some girls that just are like, yeah, I wash my hair like once a month. I'm like, oh,
Like, is
nice.
that like they don't get it wet once a month, or they just don't use shampoo once a month? Because I don't know. Like, what are they doing? Like, they just like keeping their head out of the shower.
It's like those like shower caps. They just slap one of those puppies on and
I
then,
guess that's I might edit that part out for myself so I don't say that then.
I mean,
That I forgot a shower cap existed.
no, but like, I don't know. There are people that are like only shampoo 3 times, but they get it wet every day or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Um,
I
I
just,
wash my hair every day. I don't know.
yeah, I have very naturally like oily hair, so if I'm not shampooing it every
Yeah,
single day.
I don't know. And maybe that's because I washed every day that it is naturally oily every day. I don't know. I have no idea.
Who knows? For the 51st episode, you need to get a hair specialist on. Get the real questions going.
That'd be good. Yeah. just 35 minutes of me just going, so why though? Why not shower? Just get in there,
So
man.
you're telling me you use water and shampoo twice a month?
Well, actually, we asked Noah's friend Alex about it the other day. And he said like dry shampoo is also a thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, so she does that. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to keep track of. Like, I don't know. Because I
Because
think
what is a dry shampoo? Like,
it's like
is it
a
just dust?
I think so. I think it's like a little powdery thing. She has so much like skincare and stuff that she does that I just hop on GTA and she's doing all that stuff for like an hour.
Yeah.
I
And
love that. I love that.
yeah, so like that gives me time to hop on, do that, but she'll be doing all of that. And I know she has like the dry shampoo that she does. I think
Mhm.
that's what they do like in between, like when they're dyeing their hair or something like that, or like I guess there's certain chemicals that they're not supposed to intermix with the dyes or whatever. So, and a lot of times I think it depends on the color too. So like when she was blonde, she had to do dry shampoo a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a bottle in,
I,
in the shower and I squeeze that puppy every time I hop in there, and that's the extent that I get.
yeah.
So
It's just every once in a while the thought pops in my head. I'm like, how do you just not wash your hair and like not smell terrible?
yeah, yeah.
I wake up in the morning after I've showered at like 8 p.m. sometimes if I've like worked out, and I smell like donkey. Like
Donkey. That's a good one. I like
I don't.
the
I censored myself, I think.
yeah.
Wow.
uh,
Okay. Well, now that we're all aficionados and
educated.
educated on hair,
Look, man. Sometimes you just gotta have the important talks.
For
yeah,
real.
why not, right? I mean, this is what we do. Just improvise. Yeah, I love it. That's
Get a
good.
little bit of everything over here.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's good.
Yeah. I don't know if I have too much more. I could probably talk about this whole dry shampoo thing for another hour and a half, but
It's interesting for sure. It's a topic.
Mhm. No. Another thing on the topic of this, a little bit. Should I dye my hair? Tyler wants me to.
No,
Why? Why do you shoot it down so fast whenever I ask you?
I just don't think it looks
It
good.
won't be the
And
same as last time when I did it pink.
You
well,
dyed your hair
It'll
I
be
think
pink.
done
I think
kind of.
part of the reason was because the person who did it, that person will not be named, but I think that had something to do with it.
Look,
But
none of us knew what we were doing in that scenario, to be honest.
that is true. That is
It
true.
is there's some I can take some blame there. I put it on somebody else because I had no idea what was going on, so I can't take no blame that I had no idea what was happening.
Are
It's
you gonna
partly on
buzz?
me.
Are you gonna buzz cut it though and then do it? Because you had like a buzz
I
cut.
don't know.
Or no, no, no,
Well, no,
no.
no,
You
no. I
didn't
dyed it.
because you
I
dyed
so
it
we
and then
bleached it and then dyed it pink, and
and
then it was
then
like, there's some
yeah,
bald spots of color here.
I forget.
And
Yeah.
then that got even worse.
Yes. 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 I remember that now. No,
wear a hat.
I just don't think you should go through the hassle of it personally. I don't know. I just know I would never do it, so that's why I'm saying no, I guess too.
What if we
But
all dye our hair? What
nope,
if Brenden dyes his hair?
nope.
Tyler, Justin,
I
Caleb.
don't
Come on,
care.
Noah.
Be my guest.
Noah.
I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not touching it.
All right. What if Josiah does?
I don't care. I don't care. Paige would not let him do that. I know that for a fact.
Who would get you? All right. No.
What
I'll think
color
of it.
would you dye your hair?
No idea. Not pink though.
Yeah, it can be pink. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, probably what, like you just go blonde? I don't know. It's like a nice.
I am blonde, Noah.
That's the problem. So it's like, what do you do? Like a brown?
Platinum blonde. I could do like the platinum blonde,
If
and then
it's
go try
not
to try for the
frosted
England national
tips,
team.
then it's not
That
worth
could
it.
be
What
something.
would frosted tips look like on blonde hair?
Justin Timberlake.
That's true.
Just dye it red.
Just straight
Dude,
up red, like not
yeah.
even orange, just
Oh,
red.
that dye though. Oh, that would be so. I mean, any dye is
It
gonna
would
be.
look like I'm bleeding out of my scalp.
Yeah.
Stain my shower.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't stay in the shower at Wilmington when I was like washing all the pink out to start, because it was just all pink coming out. I'll just bleach it.
If you
Yeah.
did
Look like
anything, bleach it.
yeah. I mean, we bleached it first before we did pink, and then
So,
it was splotchy.
wow.
I did blue junior year because me and Tyler shaved our heads because Abby was giving me a haircut one time, and I don't even think it was that she was doing that bad on it. There's just every once in a while where I just I get that temptation. I get it probably weekly, maybe monthly. Of like, man, I'm gonna buzz my head. And like she was cutting my hair, and like she told me to go look in the mirror and check it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not bad if you want to clean it up a little bit. And I was like, actually, just buzz it.
Just
And
buzz it.
I think it offended her at first, of like it was that bad. And I was like, no, I don't. I really don't care. It's not that bad. Like, just go ahead and buzz it. I don't care. And then I think there was like a discussion between me, Tyler, and Abby, and our other roommate Nick Silvas at that point, and it kind of came down to of like me and Tyler saying, "I'll buzz it if you buzz it." Tyler wasn't even supposed to get a haircut that night. It was just me, but
Classic
because I
Ty.
think Natalie's mom always did his hair, so like he would just wait for that. Um, but then I was like, "Cool, all right." She buzzed my head. Tyler sat down next. Tyler didn't go as low as I did guard wise. So my blonde hair down to a skin fade pretty much looked like I had no hair for like a couple weeks. Tyler at least did a guard on his and kept some level to his hair. A little unfair since he has darker hair. He should have gone lower, I think.
That's what I did when I just recently did mine. I did like the zero or like the skin fade like down here, and then like it worked its way up. But
Yeah, mine wasn't a fade, I guess. Not really a skin fade. Just straight up no guard was what I did. I don't trust Abby to fade my hair.
so you were bald.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
I've always
I mean,
wanted
there
to
was hair
try.
there. It was just that, like, at the root, it's very, very light. So
I've always wanted to try bald. Just clean
I
bald,
couldn't do
keep
it.
a beard.
I couldn't do it. I can't do that. I don't have the self confidence for that.
I don't either. That's the worst part about it, is because I know I'd look myself in the mirror and be like, "What did you do, dude? You're even
And I'm
uglier than you were
terrified of
before."
my head shape bald, I think, of how it would look. Because if you
That's the
got a weird head
worst.
shape, you're
Yeah.
done.
And
You're
you don't
done
ever
for.
know it too until it's too late, and you're
Mm-hmm.
you don't got nothing up there, and then you're wearing hats the rest of your life.
Yep. 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 Because like I was confident with the hair I had the first time I buzzed it. Second time around, I wore a hat the whole time. Noah can attest to that. Pink hair, buzz cut. I was wearing a hat. It was summer and I was wearing a hat.
Man, when did you do
And
that?
that was that senior year?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
early senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I took my hair growing back into Christmas, I think. So it was like late summer, if fallish time, I think, when I buzzed it. But then junior year was like, I think I buzzed it right before Thanksgiving because we were supposed to take Christmas pictures, like the Christmas card pictures, when I went home for Thanksgiving break. And my parents were like, "You have a buzzed head." And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
I sure do.
And that's how I'm doing these pictures this year.
Jeez.
But I think like around the winter time, I got blue hair dye and I dyed that into the pretty much just like it was still like a buzz, but like the hair was coming back, so you could tell there was hair, and it was like starting to come back a little bit up top. But the blue just turned it into almost like silver. Would you say, Noah? Like a silver blue?
Yes, yes, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was cool with that. I didn't care. I wore that around campus. I went into class with it, and I was fine with that. I would do that again. That short probably. I don't think I would do it with long hair because I don't like short hair. I think you can take it out in public, but long hair, like if you ever have you ever seen Ninja out in public with his blue hair?
I was just about to say,
Looks so out of place.
you should have started streaming and just in a dark room and acted like you were Ninja.
Yeah, like when he's sitting at his computer, he's playing games. It looks fine. He's got his headset on. It looks fine. I don't like judge him for it. But he
Yeah.
gets out and like you see him at an NBA game, and you're just like,
He's a
you
real
don't look
person,
like you
huh?
should be out in public.
It looked better with your headset on in a dark room.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna dye my hair silver blue, Noah, and you're gonna do it with me for
Nope.
the podcast.
That's
Nope.
what I heard.
For episode 50.
Nope. Won't be doing that. So
Episode we got to do something. I mean, one, trying to get Natalie on to have a woman on the podcast.
I think she'll
number
do
50.
it.
She's talked about it.
I bet she'll do it.
We asked her, and I think she said yes, but she seems scared. So, but hey,
I think that would probably be the best. Well, I don't know any of the women in y'all's lives outside of
None.
her, but well, I think she'd be a solid. I think she'd get some solid expertise.
Yeah,
on dry shampoo.
I mean, she
Make sure
listened
you
to a
ask
couple. Oh, I will. I'm gonna bring it up for
Yeah.
sure. It's gonna come up at this point. She listened to a couple of our episodes, and she was saying that she wanted to be on one, and then I was like, all right, well, you gotta do it now.
Heck
So-
yeah. That's what we like to hear.
should be good. Should be good. Should
All right, fine.
be
Episode
good.
100, Noah. We dye our hair.
I'm not making any promises.
It wasn't a straight up no. I'll take it. All right. Before he changes his mind, Brenden, any final things?
No, not particularly. I appreciate you guys having me, and also, Drew, Christmas was last year. You should probably take that tree down.
It's not lit up. It's fine. It's just decoration at this point.
True.
I don't know where the box is. I think it's in the basement.
I took my Christmas. I'm on a 2 weeks vacation, so I took my Christmas stuff down like yesterday, so that way I'm not in the house surrounded by Christmas.
Yeah. One, glad to have you on. Glad to get you in here before
Absolutely.
you guys really get going on this podcast. Excited to see where it goes in the future.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, one, you guys do great with what you do, but two, we can eventually maybe find some things, get some things together, a little merger here and there, make some content together maybe. But we help you, you help us, that kind of thing. I think that could be where we head with this eventually. Try to steal your guys' guests here and there, or steal your hosts every once in a while, because I think Justin's going to get on soon.
Yeah.
Andrew just dropped his towel rack in his bathroom, I think. So yeah, no,
all good. Just like you said, happy for you guys. Should be good. Can't wait to see it get started, and just make sure to check it out. Be good.
Yep. No introduction. That is the podcast name. Follow them on Instagram. Do you guys have TikTok? I assume.
I think Justin made a TikTok. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wherever you can find them. They will start recording potentially Saturday if the playoffs don't stop them.
We'll see.
We'll
see how the
Browns,
Browns
go
Houston
Browns.
do.
Yeah. We'll make sure to shout them out. So all of you millions of listeners will figure them out soon. So up till then, episode 50 is next. No, we'll have a dyed head. We'll see you then. Peace.
Chicken grease. Nope.